Most, if not all, great civilizations were conquered from the inside. And you want to know why? It's because you allow the rich or those that are in power to come inside of a government, inside the arrangement of society, and you allow them to disrupt that for their own benefit, not the benefit of the society. And then you play like you don't see, just like we're doing right now. And not only is that happening here, it's happening in Africa. So we have a man that is actually on his way to trying to destroy two nations at once. And not even a politician. But we allow that to happen. They say a house divided against itself cannot stand. You want an all-white military. So why do you want an all-white military now? But you always did. I forgot about that. But the only problem is black people have been dying besides Europeans all their lives. Christopher Addicts. Not the only man that died in the American Revolution, but he was the first. I'm asking myself, what was this stupid ass doing there? Okay? Acting like this is your country. People can't really put you out your own country. You have to do that. But they can come and take over, and you allow that also. The thing about not wanting black folks in the military is that people understand that although you said that they didn't fight as well as Europeans did, everybody know that's a lie. Yeah, you know it's a lie. In every war, we fought bravely. Today, I just want to pay homage to Fannie Lou Hamer, 1968. I gave a little video on her before, and it didn't get too much traction because I want to let you know something. I'm not going to talk about the Europeans, how they looked at her. See, her hair wasn't combed. She may have just gotten out of jail trying to fight for right for you to vote and for what she called our children, which would have been us, people like myself, to be free or freer, to have it better than her. Okay, she didn't have long flowing hair and fingernails and all of that. You don't want that kind of representation, even though she's willing to give up her life for people like us. You don't want to see a nappy head, somebody that reminds you of Africa. But you know what? I'm going to give her to you anyway, because I don't care what you like. This is the truth. Something she said, I don't like bringing politics into the church. But when he says this, it makes me sick because he's telling a big lie. Because every dollar bill has a politician on it, and preachers love it. She said it was her goal to give Negro children a decent education in the state of Mississippi. I tell you, she was a brave woman. And I know they have brave men, but sometimes it's hard to see them. What I'm trying to point out is when you take a very good look at American society, it's time to question things. We have made an appeal for the President of the United States and the Attorney General to please protect us in Mississippi. And I can't understand how it's out of their power to protect people in Mississippi. They can't do that. But when a white man is killed in the Congo, they send people over there.
Want to know why Africa had trouble getting rich? Listen to this.
One thing that keeps me puzzled, despite having studied finance and economics at the world's best universities, the following question remains unanswered. Why is it that 5,000 units of our currency is worth 1 unit of your currency, where we are the ones with the actual gold reserves? Quite evident that the aid is in fact not coming from the West to Africa, but from Africa to the Western world. The Western world depends on Africa in every possible way. How does the West ensure that the free aid keeps coming? By systematically destabilizing the wealthiest African nation and their system, and all that backed by a huge PR campaign, leaving the entire world under the impression that Africa is poor and dying.
But all this is changing fast. Want to know why?
She told the truth, this young black woman, and she was banned by TED Talks. She's not even being paid attention to by our own people. Sometimes I have to wonder. But she's talking about why Africa is so poor. And who is doing what. And so therefore, there's the answer. They are poor because Europeans came into that beautiful continent and they started taking the raw materials that were in the ground and that were walking on top of the ground. What they did was export those raw materials to their countries, and then they made those raw materials into finished products. Now we think here in America that we're better than them, but we just like them. They exploited, and to this day, the raw materials in America. And you know who that was and what that was? It wasn't gold. It was you and I. And I'll tell you something else. If you don't watch it, they'll do it again.
Because you've created a problem for the white working class and the white underclass, but you want to make them think that blacks have created that problem. So you attack DEI as though that was an instrument that gave blacks an advantage over whites. And that's really what it's doing. They know that the people who have profited most by DEI is white people.
Black women are the face of DEI. Black women are not the main benefactors of DEI. And it's funny because, you know,
this is sick, but it's true that DEI, civil rights, may have been supposed to be benefiting black people, but more white women and more people of color other than us benefited from civil rights, DEI, and things like that than us. But we did the fighting and the dying and the bleeding for that. And everybody knows that. But we are so hell-bent on listening to what the master says that you can't see the forest for the trees. I feel sorry for you, okay? Because the way he sees us as raw material.